What is up, everybody? Welcome back once again to Hot Toys Hotline. As always, if you're new here, please consider subscribing to the channel. We are currently sitting at around 220 subscribers, and once we hit that 250 mark, we will be giving away an Arkham series Harley Quinn hot toy on the channel. So please subscribe if you haven't already to stay up to date with our current content and live streams, and give yourself a chance to win that Arkham series Harley Quinn hot toy once we hit that 250 subscriber mark. But guys, I got another fun one for you today, my second review on the channel. And dare I say, for those watching, there will be another one next week on a really special figure that just started shipping from Sideshow. But today we got the Leon S. Kennedy by Damtoys. Let's take it down to the light box and take a closer look at this figure and everything that comes in the box. Alright, here we are in the light box with the Resident Evil 2 Remake 1/6 scale Leon S. Kennedy by Damtoys. I'm going to remove him from the packaging and we will take a look at the figure and all the accessories that he comes with. Alright, now once you remove him from the cardboard packaging, you are greeted with a multi-layer clamshell full of goodies. You can see the figure and all the accessories are up here. And I'm just going to kind of take each layer off. Next we have his plethora. And when I say plethora, I mean plethora of guns and accessories. And below that, we have not only the display stand here, but underneath we also have the cardboard wedges, which holds the cardboard backdrop, which he comes with, which I'll show you in a minute. But I'll be right back. I'm going to remove the figure and all the accessories that come with him, and we'll take a look. That was quite a workout. There are a lot of accessories to go through here, so bear with me. We're going to start from the bottom and work our way up. But holy crap, guys, I think this is the most amount of accessories I've received with a figure before. There's so much to digest and talk about here. Let's just start from the bottom. First off, guys, we do have Leon's walkie-talkie and radio combination here. Can't have a police officer without this, so that makes a lot of sense, of course. Then, moving on, we have Leon's duty belt here. Obviously, it has a holster for the flashlight and the pistol and everything. This is super cool. I will be sticking this on the figure once we move on to the figure segment of this video. Next, we have his knife. If you played the game, you know this is like your second chance. If you get grabbed by a zombie, you pull out the knife and stab him with it. Also, in terms of knives, we have his bayonet knife with a sheath that attaches somewhere on his body. I'll have to look at the instructions for that, but I'm assuming it's somewhere on his belt because it's got this little strap here. Next, sorry, I'm behind the camera, so it's kind of hard to see what I'm grabbing. We have his signature Matilda pistol. You do have an extended magazine here. I will show you, this pistol comes apart quite a bit, so it does have a reciprocating slide. You can remove the muzzle device, and if you look down in there, you can kind of see it. There's a removable magazine, and you can see the bullets in the magazine, which is really cool. So, some nice attention to detail. We've seen this from Hot Toys before, but very, very impressed so far. Also, there is a extendable stock, just like on the game, that goes on the pistol. So it's really cool that they included this, and it just kind of notches on with these notches here. Next, we have a 1911. This one does have a reciprocating slide as well. Does the magazine remove? Yes, it does. Revealing the bullets in the magazine. Very, very cool. Well, I'm not going to try to put that back on camera. Believe it or not, guys, unfortunately we did only get 2 extra hands. One of them being either a thumbs up, or you can put a flashbang in his hand and make it work that way. This is kind of a multi-purpose hand, so I guess that's cool. And then this is kind of like a relaxed holding hand. Maybe you could stick one of the keys in his hand, or a grenade or something like that. So cool hands, but unfortunately, not sure why we didn't get more, but hey, that's a minor complaint so far. Next, we have a flashlight. This does not have an LED in it, but you can see there is a visible bulb on the inside, so that's cool. I would have liked to have seen this have an LED in it, but I get it's really small, so not much you could do with that because of the size. Also, not only do you get a holder that will attach to the belt for the handcuffs, you do get a set of handcuffs. The chain is metal, but the cuffs are plastic, and no, they do not move. These are kind of sculpted in place. so that's unfortunate. These are going to suck to grab. Let me grab these. So again, if you've played the Resident Evil games, you know the keys play a big role in this game. It's kind of like a horror puzzle type game. Definitely an amazing franchise. I love these games. I've been playing them for a long time. So to see they included these keys is kind of the chef's kiss with this figure. These are awesome. Very tiny, but full of detail. And you can kind of see the color if it's showing up on camera. These are awesome. Next, we do have the display stand. Very, very basic display stand, but hey, it does what it needs to do, and it displays the figure. You can see it has Leon S. Kennedy on the nameplate here. Very cool, but very basic. It does have some weight to it. Underneath here, you can see it does say Capcom Limited, all rights reserved, showing that this is an officially licensed figure, which we love to see. I'll just grab all three of these little pieces here, and we'll show them off at the same time. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to contact Sideshow about this guy, because you could see definitely not the best paint job there, and there's like a little bit of a lump and stuff on the front. This is the only piece that I've seen so far in the box that had QC issues, so I guess that's not too bad, but I will be reaching out to Sideshow to get a replacement for this guy, because that definitely bothers me. Next, of course, we have a flashbang, and you can see very tiny details here. The camera's kind of having, there we go, flashbang caution. Very, very cool, and these are little metal loops on the top, so that's cool. And finally, we have an actual frag grenade. Very tiny. Sorry, I just bumped the camera. Same case with this one. Metal loops on the top. Painted fairly decent. And you can see on the other side there's a bit of weathering towards the bottom where the paint would wear away, so that's cool. Next, what I think are some of the coolest accessories, we have 3 boxes of ammunition here. And guys, you could see the incredible amount of detail that went into these. If it'll focus for me, there we go. Maximum standard handgun ammunition. You can see on the back it says 9mm handgun, high velocity. Very, very cool. We have some 45 ACP. This is what would go in, for example, the 1911 that came with this figure. Very cool. I love how the bullets are exposed as if they're being pulled out of the box. Very, very cool. Cartwright is the company, if we can get it to focus. There we go. Cartwright 45 ACP. And you even have a little retail sticker here on the back. So that's incredible attention to detail. This one is a bit crushed, as you could see. I don't think that's a huge deal because it kind of makes it feel more real. Obviously, in a perfect world, everything would show up 100% in good condition. But it is what it is. And then finally, we have the Steel Boy shotgun shells. Steel Boy, we all know and love them. And there they are in their box, sitting there neatly and nicely. Very, very cool. I love this. Amazing attention to detail. Awesome job, Damtoys. Next, we're moving on to the big boy, the rocket launcher here. I know you guys have fond memories of using this bad boy. This is really cool. It does have some points of articulation. You can see the barrel opens and closes here. Very, very cool. And this is also metal, which is a nice touch. And also the little rangefinder on the side does go up and down. I think that's about it for what articulates, but this is awesome, guys. I was very happy when I saw this figure for the first time that it included this. It also does come with a strap that attaches to it. I have not attached that yet, obviously, but I will before the posing segment at the end of this video. My favorite firearm that he includes is this MP5 here. It does have the classic collapsible stock. You can move the whole rail, or you could take the scope off of the rail. I'm not going to do that in this video, but it is an option. And also the magazine does drop out, and we do have visible rounds once again. So very, very cool. Like I said, this is my favorite gun. This looks awesome. And I think they did a great job with the paintwork on this guy. Also, obviously, it has a sling already attached in the box. And finally, let's move on to our shotties. As you can see, they both have a pre-installed strap, which is really cool. This does have a reciprocating charging handle. However, I wish that there was a visible shotgun shell in here just because I think that would be really cool. It does not have that, unfortunately, but you could see it is opening and closing the chamber. But yeah, I wish there was a visible shotgun shell, but apart from that, this is really nice. And then finally, you kind of have the longer shotgun. Same case with this one. You can open and close the chamber with the charging handle, but no shotgun shell is visible in there, which I think would be cool. But definitely a beautiful job from Damtoys. The details are really nice, and I love like the faux wood look on the stock and the charging handle. But I will get these accessories out of the way, and we will move on to the figure. But wait, he forgot something. I'm just going to squeeze this in randomly in the video where it makes sense, but I apologize, guys. I did forget to show the RPD Raccoon Police backdrop that he comes with. Definitely really cool, not something I would ever use, but I just wanted to show that to you because I forgot. I apologize about that. Alright, everybody, and here we have Leon himself, bare bones. I did not put anything on him that does not come on him in the box, simply because I want to go over the details and how he comes in the box and what the articulation is like without anything hindering it. But right off the bat, guys, I did notice something when I pulled him out of the box that is very unfortunate. But before I tell you that, let's get a close-up of the sculpt. I will say it doesn't quite look lifelike, but considering this is a video game character and an adaptation of a video game character, it looks pretty dang good in my opinion. I have never owned a Damtoys figure, and I will say I am very impressed thus far. But I will show you now the issue that I had. So his head actually just kind of comes right off of the peg, and you can kind of see in there. I feel like this was supposed to be glued and it just wasn't because there's no glue residue on there. But because of that, his head's just very loose to the point where it'll just come off. I may just have to re-glue that. But that is unfortunate. But I just wanted to show you that. It may not happen to your copy, but it did happen to mine. I will say another thing to note, the tailoring is very nice on this figure. I think the fitment is really good on the clothing. No complaints there, and I do think the boots do a good job at hiding the bottom of the pants so it kind of looks fit to his body. In terms of articulation, I will say, guys, this body is not bad. Being that I've never owned a Damtoys figure before, I'm pretty impressed by the body. I know a lot of us have our issues with the Sideshow bodies for the horror figures and all the other figures that Sideshow puts out, but I'm happy to say I think this is a better body than we typically get from Sideshow. Main reason I'm comparing it to that because we know what Hot Toys bodies are like. They're the most superior in my opinion. But in terms of articulation, we do have double jointed elbows, which is incredible to see. You can see you're getting well past 90 there. Let's see if I can get any further. That's about as far as it'll go. And it's nice to see that this elbow pad kind of articulates with it so it doesn't hinder the articulation at all. If I can get it to focus, look at that close-up detail on the patch on the side. That's pretty incredible, and it's like an actual patch. Very, very impressive, Damtoys. I like that. Obviously, same case over here. No hindrance to the articulation, and we get beyond 90 degrees. And again, close-up detail of that patch. Pretty incredible in my opinion. There's kind of multiple layers going on here with the clothing. Obviously, you have the long t-shirt underneath, the police uniform shirt, and then you have this bulletproof vest that he has on with the RPD embossed on the front. Really, really nice look. I love this look for Leon. This is the updated look from the remake of Resident Evil 2, and I think it just looks really, really nice. And I think this will look great with my horror collection. In terms of articulation in the knees, literally no hindrance. No hindrance whatsoever. I mean, you can't really ask for much more than that. Like I said, guys, I'm very, very impressed with this figure thus far. Obviously, we have a few issues here and there, but in terms of the overall package and what you get, I think it's really, really nice. We do have some ab crunch, nothing crazy. That's about as far as you're going to get, but that's okay. I don't usually typically pose the torso that far forward anyway. You can see here there is a normal belt. He does come with the battle belt or the gun belt, but that is the normal belt that he's just using to hold up his pants. These pockets do actually look like they open. I'm not going to do it on camera because I don't want to break anything as it looks like a little tiny snap. But great attention to detail from Damtoys. I don't know if they all do that. It's probably only a select few. But really, really nice. You can see the details on the knee pads. They kind of have some scarring on them. Like they've been through the ringer a little bit. Nothing too crazy. The boots, let's check them out. Really, really nice detail, man. I am a new fan of Damtoys. I gotta be honest with you. I'm glad that I went through with this purchase. I wasn't sure if I was going to go down this route, but I'm happy I did, not only because of this figure, but because of the Claire Redfield that was announced later. Let's take a look at the tread. I know people like looking at the tread. Man, I gotta say, Damtoys, I'm so sorry that I neglected you as a company before, because you are coming out of the door swinging for me. This is very impressive. Like I said, there are points off for this here, but I can look past that if everything else is on point with the figure. I'm very, very impressed. And one more thing, you could see the hands that are pre-installed. He does have a gun holding hand, as well as kind of a hand to cradle the shotgun or cradle any of the other firearms. Again, as I mentioned earlier, that's a bit of a miss. I wish he came with more hands, but I do think these are purposeful hands that he came with, so I think you can still get some really cool poses out of this guy with all those crazy accessories he came with. But let me get this guy in some poses. We'll go to the posing segment, and after that, I will give you my final thoughts on the main camera. All right, everybody, and we're back. Before I get into my final thoughts on the figure, I just kind of wanted to give you an update. So I did film this video originally about 2 weeks ago, but I didn't get a chance to finish because I originally sent back this figure to Sideshow because of the issue with the head sculpt and the little health spray can. Sideshow did agree that those were issues that needed to be addressed, so they did send me a replacement figure. However, when I got the replacement figure in the mail, I will say the same issue is happening with the head sculpt, so I believe it's just how it's made, unfortunately. I know I've been told the Sideshow Mythos Boba Fett has a similar issue with the head sculpt. I don't have an answer for that, unfortunately. All I can share with you is my experience with the two figures that I've had in hand. However, I want to segue now into my final thoughts on the figure because I don't want to let these couple of issues ruin the figure for me, because I will say I am pleasantly impressed by this figure. I've never owned a figure from Damtoys before, and this one really, really impressed me. We kind of got to go down our list. Price, $285, and I will say, especially on Sideshow, there are deals available on this figure all the time, so keep an eye out there if you want to get a deal on this Leon S. Kennedy figure. Also, the many points of articulation, and they are all double jointed. I'm a huge fan of that. No complaints there. I didn't mention this in the original filming of the video, but the pegs that go into the hands are a little bit of a pain to get out. Not as easy as Hot Toys and Sideshow, but I will say it's not a big deal. It just did bother me a little bit, so I figured I'd mention that. The amount of accessories is quite incredible. And not only that, all the accessories are very highly detailed and very well done, in my opinion. Damtoys definitely came to play with this release, guys. I'm a huge fan. I am definitely in on the Resident Evil 2 line by Damtoys. I'm really hoping we get a Mr. X. Recently, we actually did get some more pre-orders in this Resident Evil 2 line by Damtoys. They gave us the classic Leon, the classic Claire, and the Resident Evil 2 Remake Claire, which I will be grabbing when she's closer to release date. So I'm really excited to continue buying into this line. Guys, let me know what you think down below. Some of you guys got an early preview on last week's live stream. I said if we got to 25 likes, we were going to check this guy out. And you guys smashed that like, so I really, really appreciate your support on that one. But for those of you that either missed that or want to watch a bit more in-depth of a review where we show everything in much higher quality, definitely hope you enjoyed this video. Also, guys, drop a like if you haven't already, if you enjoyed what we did here today. Again, more reviews to come in the future and more videos that I have planned that I won't spoil yet, but I think you guys will find them useful and enjoy them. Of course, as always, check out all of the links that we have in the description. I will put a Sideshow referral link down below for this figure if you would like to have an easy way to purchase him and support the channel in a small way. I definitely would appreciate that, but of course you aren't required to do so. But that's all I got for you guys. Once again, we're about 30 subscribers away to that 250 mark for our first Hot Toys giveaway, so definitely subscribe if you haven't already. And if you're here at the end of this video, thanks for hanging around, and have a great night.